welcome in everyone. Apologies in advance if the beginning of stream is a little choppier than usual. There's a YouTube video being uploaded as we speak that should have been done, but it's just taking a really long time for some reason. And I didn't want to wait any longer because then it would be too late to go on. So we're just going to wing it and see how it goes. Hello, Pato. Hello, Elf. What's going on? How was your pre-Friday? I am so relieved. It's finally the end of the week for me. I've had the most unbelievable, crazy week. And tomorrow is a day off. Oh, thank you for the lurk, Fitty. The here but not here. What I've decided to do, I didn't know why. Hello, running. What's going on? I really didn't know what to do tonight. I've been a little bit torn between... I think I made that too quiet, didn't I? I've been torn between games lately. I've been struggling to get really... We were talking about this the other night. I've been struggling to get excited over a game. Nothing's really fully grabbing me right now. I really am enjoying the... I'm very much... Where did my window go for YouTube? This is fine. I'm really enjoying the TCG card shop game. But I also don't want to burn out on it and burn everyone else out on it either. So I still want to keep a bit of variety going. But yeah, I thought let's get back to this bed we made. I have been enjoying that game. I did enjoy playing it, but I just thought that too much time might have gone by and I might have forgotten where I got up to. But I had a look at the VOD and I now remember where we were. So we're going to pick it up from there and we're going to work it out. It's going to be absolutely fine. Oh, it was your birthday yesterday. Happy birthday for yesterday, running. What did you get up to? Was it a bloody lovely time? I hope it was. While we're chit-chatting, I'm just going to get the game opened up. Goes quick, your birthday, I find. Like everyone, everyone looks forward to doing something for their birthday and then all of a sudden it's over. It goes very quickly. It's like you just start getting like used to the idea that it's your birthday and then it's finished. Right. Now, if you haven't seen this game before, if you haven't seen the first session, the whole playthrough is already going to be on YouTube because all the lives are saved there. But I'll make probably a video of the whole playthrough, like one singular video of this whole playthrough. So if you've come into it late, it's like a narrative mystery simulator story kind of game. It's like very unusual, but very cool. It's been a good time, and we play as a very snoopy maid. So instead of sticking to my job and just cleaning stuff, I'm snooping through guests' belongings. And we have discovered that somebody who's staying in the hotel has been stalking another guest, and we think that bad things are going to happen. So we're piecing together bits of stuff that we're finding in hotel rooms, and that's where we're currently at. Have a dinner and got over with. Everything is too expensive. Oh, I know. It really is, isn't it? If you go out for dinner now, it costs a bloody fortune. Even if it's like a simple dinner. It's crazy. Now, let me get my my little chat boxes ready to go before we dive in. I find even going to the pub now is as expensive as it used to be when you went out for like a fancy dinner. What's sexy time? Who's having sexy time in this game? Hopefully not having sexy time with Andrew. I hope not. I don't fancy that, you know. Thank you, Oz. It seemed like it would be. Bitrate looked alright. Alright, so this is exactly where we left things. We had just snooped through this room. And I went around the room and I found all of these pieces of like a code. So I put all of the pieces of paper together and it's made a code that we have to crack. Now this is the code. I'll show you it in my little diary here. In my clues. So we're in room 509? Is it 509? Oh shit, what room is this? What room are we in? Let's have a quick look. We have to go to another room though. We have to go to room 505, I think it was, to keep snooping. So that's room 509 that we've just looked in. And in room 509, we found a code that we had to crack. Now, where is that code? What's it actually called? It might not even live in here because I think it's a story thing. So it might be living somewhere else, this code that I need to need to crack. What if I look at my
I should keep an eye out for those symbols.
Right, okay, let's just see how we go. We'll go into 505. I've actually got it now running. Miss Anon was lovely enough to just randomly gift the game to me, which was so lovely of her to do. So I've got it now, and I'm really looking forward to trying it. So I will do it on stream. Storage Hunter Simulator. We'll do a stream, and anybody who's been interested in seeing the game, it'd be a great chance for you to check it out. Then, I think it'd be good for. It'd be a good time, I think. So I think this is what we needed to look at so that we could start figuring out these like codes. Where's the code? Where's the code that I have to crack now? Where's it gone? I've got all the parts of the secret message. I'm glad I didn't throw any out with the trash. Let's find out what the symbols are. Right, but where are the actual symbols? Do I get to look at it or no? How am I going to know if I can't look at it? Maybe I have to go back to the room because it's all in bits of paper and I put it on the table. Maybe I can't take it with me. So we just have to like trigger something in here. So let's look for little codes that we can find. Little like symbols. Let's see what we can find in here. There we go. There we go. So under those letters, we can see A.
Yes, these are part of the same set. I think I can use this.
So A is 2.
Yes, these are part of the same
So
set.
is that all going to populate for me?
This.
I think because I've clicked on that whole ticket, that ticket will populate my code note, I'm pretty sure. We'll go back and check that in a minute. Let's just see if there's anything else that I might need that's got codes on it.
More of these symbols.
We do.
Just what I was looking for.
So more symbols on the receipts. What about this one? Nothing on here. We don't look at the map. Okay. I wonder if he's left anything else in the room that's got symbols on it. Should we just check before we run away? Return to sender. We've already looked at that. That's okay. What's on the floor there? Oh, hang on. Whoa. Something's on the back. Nothing. It's not a symbol. Don't forget to take your pills. And what about inside this case? We may have found everything we need from this particular room. Possibly. Hang on, wait. We have to close this, don't we? Let's go back and see what that's done. If we go back and look at our little note that we put together, we'll close the door behind me. Trying to just make it seem like I'm going about a regular day. You know, I'm not doing anything untowards at all. I'm the maid. That is all. Now, if I go back... Yeah, here we go. That's what's happened. So it lives on the table because I had to, like, piece it together. Here it is. So, A is 2. So this is A. Now, will that populate all of them for me? I think it probably will. H is this swirly thing. That one there, right? That's H. They're all quite unique, aren't they? Then 4 is I. There we go. I something. That music symbol is L. This one. This is quite satisfying to do. And that other weird swirl. Where's that one? This one here is V. So I think that E is going to be 3. I think 3 is E. I reckon that's leave. But let's just see what we can find. Oops, let's just see what's in the room.
Map Mr. Morgan has on the wall of 505. Weren't there some
I've already looked
doodles?
there.
Symbols, maybe.
I've already looked there. Is that where I'm supposed... Oh, hang on, wait. Look at this.
Oh, these symbols match some of the ones on the torn message.
There's symbols in here as well. Look at us go. Oh, what else do we have? I remember seeing these earlier. I commented on it. I was like, what's all these weird little symbols on everything? This one?
More of these symbols. Just what I was looking for.
And again.
More of these symbols. Yes. These
Loves
are part
it.
of the same set.
Yes.
I think I
Hello,
can use
Julia. What's going on? How was your day today? Friday Eve. I know it is. It is. I'm excited. Thank fuck. Thank fuck it's Friday. It's been a week. It's been a week. Hello, Arm. How you doing? Welcome in to stream. We're cracking the code. If you saw this last time, this is where we left it. We're cracking the code. I found some symbols. I'm very excited. Now, those little brackety things aren't even on here. Speaking of Friday, what else is happening on Friday? The N is a G, isn't it? That's not on here though, is it? I wonder if we're going to have to crack other codes. What about that 5 symbol? That is O. And the plus is P. But there's no pluses. 8 is W. It's going to be I will leave something. That terrible Brainworm song from a few years ago. It's Friday. She's released more music. Oh, what was her name? What was her name? I know exactly what you're talking about. Why do I feel like her name was Rebecca or something like that? I think 3 is E. Can I make assumptions? I will leave something, the blah 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 blah. So let's see what else we can find.
Morgan has on the wall of 505.
Rebecca Black.
Peculiar doodles.
How am I remembering that? Like her first name. From that little clue. That's crazy. Ooh.
SW.
Are there any codes on here?
A few appointments with him, Mr. Cruz.
No, there's no codes. We need to find more. It feels like it wants me to keep going back to room 505 as if I've missed some symbols there. Maybe I have. I don't know. What's she doing now? She's finally released the sequel. It's called Saturday. Huh? What do you reckon? It's been a long time in the making, that one. She's been working really, really hard on it. I'm gonna go back to 505 and just see if there's anything else we need. Look at me little strut around in my little high heels. It's a very chewing gum walk. Okay. Now, let's keep our eyes peeled here. We need more symbols for the note. I wonder if I'm not supposed to get all of them and I have to guess some of them. You're going to think about your following in what are you on about, Elf? What following? No. All right. So this is the one where we found a lot of symbols on it. Let's look again. Pay attention. Right. Not that. The lake. No. We got these ones already. From the ticket.
These are part of the same set.
So that's done.
I think I can use this.
Nothing on the note. We've also done the laundry receipt already.
More of these symbols. Just what I was looking
We've touched them all. We've clicked them all. I'm pretty good,
These symbols.
I'm very pleased. It's the end of the week. And I don't know how I made it through this week. I've had such an unbelievable time. But it's done. It's done. I've worked my ass off. It's been so difficult. I've done a lot of extra hours this week. And it's been really hard to fit anything outside of work in. So I'm really pleased that I was able to do a stream tonight. That's why I'm a little later than I would normally like to be. How are you doing, This seems to me like we got all of the symbols off of it already. That's what it looks like. So, what is one to do? What is one to do in a pickle like this? What if I look at her thoughts?
Definitely seen those symbols on some of the things in this room.
It's like she still isn't satisfied that I've found everything in here. That's what it feels like to me. There's no symbols on the cigarettes though. It wasn't your week? Oh no. There's always time for a fresh week though. Well, every day is a fresh start, I like to think. That helps when you're having a crappy week, I feel. Oh, let's look in the drawer. Hang on. Maybe there's something we found last time, but there was no context at the time. She kneels all the way down to open every drawer. Or maybe there was something in the safe. It could have been. If I can't find it, we might take a little guess at what we think the missing letters are. Now, what does it say? So this doesn't have any symbols on it, does it? Okay. Clues. I feel like I've seen everything in here. Well, let's go back and have a look at it. It's possible that we have found everything, but for some reason the game's kind of not telling you that you have. You know what I mean? Like, she's not saying, oh, good, I feel like I'm done with this room. And I have been finding symbols in here as well, on other bits of paper. So it's not like we can only look in room 505. What's on there? That's interesting though, isn't it? Because there's symbols on that thing in the other room. Is that because he's been taking stuff from this room? Because this is the room of the couple that's supposedly being stalked, right? And in 505, we found like receipts and copies of stuff that's got the code on it. But those things are also in this room. So who made the code? What's the deal? Let's have another look, because we did find some other symbols, right? But they just weren't on this letter. So I wonder if that's just like process of elimination then. So let's just work through it. So all of the 2s are A's. Then there's this bracket symbol, which is nowhere on here. There isn't a bracket going either way. So that means there's no B's and C's in it. There's no like N's. We've done the 4, we've done the music symbol. We've done the 5s, there's no pluses. That is an S. That is an S. Then we've done that one, we've done the 8s as well. Oh, no, that can't be. So I will leave. It is a Wheel of Fortune. I will leave notes. Do you think that's N? I will leave notes in. I reckon that's N. And if that was T, I will leave notes in the vent next to... I will leave notes in the vent next to... Hello, Vespid. What's going on? Ends and starts with the same thing. Next to poop. I don't think so, Spins. Nice try, though. I don't think that's what it is. I'll leave notes in the vent next to... No, it's not L. Something with K. What could 7 be? Next to your. That could be you. Room.
I will leave notes in the vent next to your room.
And she wins Wheel of Fortune. We did it. Calling Andrew. I'm phoning a friend.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew. It's me.
Sophie, did you uncover anything in 509?
I did.
I did. I found a message written in strange symbols. A kind of secret code.
What? Awesome. Did you crack it?
It says, I will
course I
leave
did.
notes in the vent next to your room.
In the vent? What an odd thing to do.
Yeah. And whoever the message was intended for went through a lot of trouble to hide it. It was torn in a dozen pieces
It
and
was.
scattered in 3 different trash cans.
In the same room.
So the cruises are keeping secrets from each other. Do you think maybe one of them's having an affair?
So what we know about the cruises, she's very nosy. Oh yeah, she is. What we know about the cruises is he seemed quite, from what we've read about the notes and stuff, he seemed quite devoted to his wife. His mother really dislikes the wife because we found a letter from the mother-in-law. I think he wanted children and they supposedly were trying for children, but then I think we found evidence that was proving that she was trying to not get pregnant. There was like some medication or something that we saw. So it seemed like, and they were sleeping in separate areas as well. So somebody is sleeping on the couch and someone's sleeping in the bed. So it could be an affair, or could it be blackmail? Because what does the guy in 505 want with this couple? Maybe it is blackmail.
I don't know. It really looks like black.
An affair seems too
Blackmail?
obvious.
What makes you say that?
Oh, and there was a bank account. We found a bank statement that had been emptied.
I found a bank statement belonging to Mrs. Cruz.
That's right.
Her account was emptied very recently.
Emptied. No one does that unless they're in
What
trouble.
about that?
Or traveling.
What do you mean?
Well, they're not home, so they do need their money handy. Plus, a trip can
But
be
she took
pretty
all of it out. Well,
costly.
somebody took all of it
It's
out.
weird, but it could be anything. Did you find something else to back your theory?
What was the security breach thing?
I also found a
Oh,
letter from
yeah.
some sort of company, Fernie and Weissman. It mentions a security breach.
I remember that now.
Targeting the cruises?
Just the wife. It seems some of her private information was stolen by someone.
Okay, it can't be a coincidence that she would withdraw all of her money right after a security breach. Whatever it is they found out, she was willing to pay them to keep quiet about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Something's going on
Could
with
be
her.
blackmail for sure. Do you think Mr. Morgan's the blackmailer?
Or was he hired to find the blackmailer? What if he blackmails me as well?
If that's the case, does he intend to blackmail me?
Because I
too?
found photos of
Oh,
myself.
shoot. It's quite possible.
Jarek.
Maybe you should throw away those pictures of you.
No.
I'll think about it.
Oh,
What I know for sure is I should go and have a look at the vent that's mentioned in the message.
okay.
Idea. It's
Oh, there's a
almost
lot
break time
there.
for me. If you need me for anything, just ask Beth to patch you through to the break room.
Okay.
All right. Enjoy your break.
Thanks, Sophie.
Look, okay. Anyway, have fun. All right. Hi, Jarek. Thanks for scaring all the shit out of all of us at that tense moment. Good morning. What's going on today? Is it 3:15 in the morning again? We solved the secret code puzzle in room 509. Now, he has suggested that I go and destroy the photographs of me that I found in the dark room. Now, I didn't do that originally because I was worried that that was evidence that, you know, I'd discovered them. So I guess I have a choice about whether I'm going to do that or not. So if I look at my
I will leave
thoughts,
notes in the vent next to your room.
if I look at my progress, so it's basically saying we've cracked the code. I'll leave notes in the vent next to your room. Hello, Wiley. What's going on? You're a little backed up. I called up Andrew and threw out the idea that Mrs. Cruz is being blackmailed. I hope I'm wrong, but there's too many signs to ignore them. I'm going to see if I can figure out which vent they're talking about. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to find some of those notes and see how much my theory holds. So should I get rid of these photos of me? I don't even think it's an option. So we found this last time. This is in room 505. This is pictures of me snooping while I'm on the job. You know? And I can throw them away. But if I throw them away, I just think that, you know, it's more noticeable that I'm investigating this and making the connections. Aren't I better to leave them? Because it's evidence that I've been snooping. What do you think? Should I leave the photos there? So this is evidence of me snooping that this person in 505 has taken secretly, right? And they're also the person that's stalking the couple of the room that I've just been in, where it seems like she's got, you know, a secret to hide. So I either leave the photos there and pretend like I've never seen them, or I throw them away and they're going to be sus that they're not there anymore, but then the photographic evidence is gone. Hello, Stefan. What's happening? I don't know what to do for the best. I guess we could go find the note. You wake up in 30 minutes. You got to wake up earlier, but aren't you practically waking up in the middle of the night right now, though? It is really the middle of the night. You need to get back on a better time zone, Jarek. That's your fault. Have I got the negatives? That's a good point. No, I don't think that's an option, is it? Like, I could throw out... I don't know what all of this contains. So maybe I should leave it. Because they could just reproduce it anyway. Okay. So, I'll leave the notes next to the vent. What did it say? God damn it. I will leave notes in the vent next to your room. Now, this was found in room 509. Do I just look for vents and hope for the best? I know, I have never been a morning person, but I'm trying really hard to be more of a morning person. It's going quite well so far. I'm getting up a lot earlier than I used to. I'm trying to change my habits.
Messages. Let's try another vent.
And I've been starting work really early in the morning, and it's been like, I feel like I'm ahead of the day. So like I've been working for an hour by the time people start, you know, getting themselves to work, and I'm sitting there thinking, come on everyone, what's going on? I've sent some stuff off. You haven't answered me. Oh, because you're not at work yet. I found it. That's not very well hidden actually, is it? Unscrew. I don't have a screwdriver.
Can't open these without a screwdriver.
I don't have a screwdriver. Can I tell Oz the crows are on 7+? Not right. At this second, I can't. I need a screwdriver from the janitor's closet. What's in here?
Shoot, no screwdriver.
Oh.
What's life without a little challenge?
Shoot.
Oh, this must be Eugene with his daughter. He looks like a caring father.
You know,
Sophie.
I don't do any
don't
work,
need
do I
these.
really?
Be careful.
I don't actually
Slippery
work.
slope towards becoming a hoarder.
Let's put this together. Let's get nosy, shall we? Just to mix things up a bit. All these people be ringing reception like, excuse me, but my room service hasn't been done for 69 days. Like, what is this? What is this hotel? You got to get the night shift. Are you going to get the night shift, or are you going to be stuck with this time? Okay.
Highest priority, huh?
Eugene.
That means Eugene's probably working in Bernard's office right now.
Bernard tells me there's a cold draft coming from his window. It's turning his office into a freezer. Fixing it should be easy. So we need to go to Bernard's office to maybe find the screwdriver.
Sounds like Eugene asked Bernard to stop opposing the construction of the new psychiatric hospital. And Bernard was Bernard.
Okay, so Eugene sent a letter to Eugene. Eugene sent a letter to Bernard. No, Bernard sent a letter to Eugene saying, I was unaware of your daughter's condition, but I'm unable to grant your request because they don't want the psychiatric hospital being built so close to the hotel. Oh, you're going to swap every 3 to 4 months. You're never going to have a good sleep schedule, are you? William Weston has been highlighted there.
Oh, Eugene. I had no idea.
Dear Eugene, a friend of mine has heard from her hairdresser, who's heard from her sister-in-law, who works as a secretary to the mayor, that the city plans on building a new mental hospital right next to the Clarington. Imagine Denise could get the care she needs while staying close to home. It's almost too good to be true. I don't dare get my hopes up. Ah, so he's got a vested interest in the psychiatric hospital.
I've never seen two people more suited. Eugene's a pro at fixing the fuse box whenever there's a power outage.
Okay, so let's go to Bernard's office to see if we can find ourselves a screwdriver. How is your new little heart warmer going? Oscar. Oscar the cat. My bunny used to be called Oscar. It's a cute name, isn't it? Now, Bernard's office is off the lobby. Oh, hello. Oh. Walkies. I'm uncomfortable. Oh, that's Bernard.
It's,
Oh,
Miss Belivet.
I didn't realize.
What? Oh, Roy.
Oh, right.
I was about to go to his office.
You're the one who took last week off, aren't you? You had to, take care of your sister, I think?
Mother. My mother. She's very sick.
No, I hope this doesn't become a recurring thing. I need to know I can count on you.
I understand, sir.
What are you doing here, anyway? Are you on break?
Should you be cleaning rooms? Should I say? Oh, so that means I'm lying. It can get me out of a tough spot, but don't get caught. Right, okay. Maybe I should just tell the truth and say I need a screwdriver. Because, you know, it could be totally legitimate, really.
No, I'm just getting a screwdriver.
A screwdriver? What for?
For screwing.
Loose vent.
Well, that sounds like a job for Eugene, doesn't it?
Oh, shit, but he's not
Yes.
there.
You're right.
Then leave the repairs to him.
Okay, I will.
Don't you have somewhere to be anyway, Bernard? What are you doing? Fucking around in the elevator. That didn't go as planned.
Andrew.
Oh, sorry. Seems I've made a habit of sneaking up on you today.
Oh, he's creeping me out a little bit.
Spying on Bernard again?
No, I'm looking for a screwdriver. For the vent. Linda asked Eugene to fix Bernard's window.
Ah, gotcha.
Eugene?
This is going to go down well.
What? Maybe you should go have a look.
Maybe
You know
you
what?
should go have a look.
I'll stand guard by the elevator.
I know, he has a creepy vibe.
If Bernard approaches.
Okay, thanks.
Maybe he's a serial killer. I thought you said you'll be quick. She's not quick. I haven't seen her do anything quick since we've started this game. Let's go. Let's go look. Oliver's doing well. Oh, it's Oliver, not Oscar. Oliver.
Bernard's office will be a skating rink by the end of the day.
There's the
Best
screwdriver.
to avoid that.
Should I leave the window? Oh, hello, Simi. Is that 2 streams in a row? Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah.
Screwing? In a game called A Bed We Made?
Yeah.
Seems a bit Seuss. Anyway, Bitty Tree Moon's in it. Still here, still kicking. 300
know.
ping games are a thing of the past.
I know, well, not always. We can always bring back the 300 ping games. Oh my god, it's a bit Seuss. A bit Seuss to me. Thank you for the 53 months. Oh my god, I love that. Don't you think it's a bit Seuss? Thank you so much. 2 streams in a row, innit? How good's that? Hello Mel, what's going on? I am good, how are you? What's happening? How's your day been? And how's your morning been, Simi? Now, let's not touch the window. We don't really want Bernard to think that anyone's been in here, you know? Oh, it could have been 3 in a row, actually. I don't know what the day is anymore, so it could be that. We want the screwdriver.
Let's get you to that vent.
Now, let's look at this.
Opposing something that could help so many people.
So this is,
Close to your hotel? This is ridiculous.
This is Bernard is very against this psychiatric hospital here. So he's written a letter And then Eugene has written on the bottom, enjoy the cold, you cold-hearted prick. So he has deliberately gone in and not fixed the window because he's pissed off about him opposing the psychiatric hospital. There's so much drama in this hotel, let me tell you.
So, I take
He did it
the
on
open window
purpose.
was not an accident. Can't say I blame you, Eugene.
So I guess we'll just leave it. And I'm not going to clean that either. Because we can clean things, but I'm not going to clean it. I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to take the screwdriver. Your son got a formula can thrown at him and had to get stitches? How did that even happen? Was that at daycare? How can they get a formula can thrown at them? That's awful, poor thing. It's very meh. Oh, this week's been the worst. I'm so glad it's done.
This does
I'm very
not
happy.
look like a nice brotherly check-in. I had no idea things were this bad between Bernard and Raymond.
So this is a letter. Dear brother, I thank you for your invaluable input, but need I remind you the terms of our agreement? I did my part, I got you out of jail, and I've ensured the news of your deviant ways would not leak. I expect you to keep your side of the bargain and stay out of my way. You're not in charge of the hotel anymore. I've worked relentlessly these past few years to return the Clarington to its former glory. A great challenge considering the poor state you left it in. I'm glad Father never got to see how you so shamelessly destroyed his great legacy. As for me, I'll be dead too before I listen to a single word of advice from you. You ask I lower our prices, but I can tell you I plan on doing just the opposite. My guests will only be la creme de la creme. Your deviant friends can find themselves another place for their sinful debaucheries. He's a very warm, cuddly kind of person, isn't he? Warm and cuddly. Straight at the nose at daycare and had to get gas to get the stitches done. Oh, I'm glad he's feeling better now, though. How stressful. That's crazy, isn't it? Some little turd face basically picked up a formula can and threw it at your son's nose. I'd be fuming. I'd go in and I'd probably call them a turd face. I think it's just as well I don't have children, to be honest. I don't think I have the temperament for it. Okay, we have a little to-do list here. Check on room 602, ask Eugene to fix the radiator. Apologise about the Valentine's Ball mishap. Call Weston's office, decide winner for Employee of the Month. Yeah, I would lose it. Oh, they've got empty cans for them to play with. Well, maybe they need to rethink that. They might need to rethink that. Because, you know... Because of what happened. Oh.
Ew.
Oh! Is that Linda's bra? Ugh! Oh, where's the hand sanitizer? Why is he keeping it in his drawer like a little creep as well? Alright, what else can we find while we're in here? I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound at this point. Yeah, I would have been fuming. I really would. Everyone's a turd face. That's what I would have said. All of you.
Kinda wish I worked here when Raymond was in charge.
So
Sounds like
Raymond,
was
the
very
brother,
different back then.
used to run this.
Wow. Just look at these distinguished gentlemen.
Look at his little angry face.
And a young Bernard.
Angry face. Okay, I think we've found what we need to find. Be a bit orkies if he was on the other side.
That loose tile from last week?
Yes?
Well, I'm afraid it hasn't been properly repaired.
What do you mean?
I mean that, it's still broken, sir. Someone put a rug on top of it, but you can still hear it crack. I'm just checking to make sure...
I'd be in so much trouble, wouldn't I?
Is that part of your job description?
No, it isn't, sir.
Well, then I suggest you stop worrying about Miss Belleville. What were you doing in my office?
I am the worst. I just can't, I can't do anything stealthily. Good night, Stefan. Have a lovely sleep at 4:38 in the morning. This is called This Bed We Made, and it's AKA Snooping Simulator. I'm a maid who does no cleaning. I'm extremely slow when I'm supposed to be sneaking in and out of offices, and I'm piecing together a mystery. Okay, so we can't say that I was looking for a screwdriver. We can't do that because he's already told me not to do that. So I'm just going to say, no, I wasn't. Someone left your door ajar and I'm the maid or something.
I was simply closing the door. Someone left it ajar.
Huh. Must have been Eugene.
I mean, Eugene left the window
Well,
broken.
don't you have work to do?
Yes, sir.
I'm just so
Then get to
unconvincing.
it. Oh, Mrs. Drake.
Yeah,
asked to
who the
see
fuck
you.
hired this
Again?
maid?
Just indulge her. Apologize one more time for Friday's mishap. Do whatever needs to be done. We cannot afford to lose such loyal guests.
Very well, sir.
He looks very unlikable, doesn't he, Bernard? He's got a bit of a slappable face. I just need to be way more convincing than I am.
Whew. I think my heart stopped beating there for a moment.
Yeah, me too. But at least I found what I was looking for.
Perfect. Now, I should probably get to it before you know
As
who
if we have this
comes out of his office
conversation,
again.
like right outside
Keep
of the
posted.
office. Oh, I don't like the way it looks at me. The Bernard Whisperer. I managed to talk my way out of Bernard's questions. It's about the only thing I've talked my way out of so far. I have to go into... Oh, should I talk to Beth while I'm here? A bit of banter with Beth.
Someone.
Bit of Beth's banter. Oh, she's on the phone.
No, we don't offer that service.
He kind of looked like he was going to smell my hair. He looks like Ron trying to be Harry. He does a little bit. Right, so we need to go back up to the vent now and use my screwdriver to get the note out of it. She's on the blower. Yeah, she's on the blower. No banter with Beth today. Feels a little bit ominous. I feel like I'm going to bump into someone. I kind of felt like I was going to bump into that giant screaming baby that's in that Resident Evil Village game. You know, it's like I've got a fear of elevators for all the wrong reasons now. Okay. Just mincing my way up the hallway.
I'm free to disturb room 508 now. But that's where Bernard and Linda were.
Oh, yeah. Well, Bernard and Linda having it off in room 508. When did that happen? I don't want to clean that. I don't fancy that. How do I move this? Ah. Oh. Look at us go. We're going to have to get rid of the evidence as well. Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy better not pop up around a corner. I can't. I'm still contemplating playing that game again, though. I'm still sort of thinking about it. Hello, Lorelei. What's going on? I hope you're well. Thank you, Spins. Oh, we have another note. We have another note to work out. Okay, this is why I found some extra things that I couldn't match before. All right. Let's see if we can crack the code. Thanks, Spins. Snoop around to find missing symbols. Let's fill in what we know. So 3 is E, right? Then fucking hell, Spins. You're very distracting. Now this one, that's for B. That's B. This one is S. Oh shit, wait. That one is S. Then 5 is O. Have we got any 2s? No fish. A. Then we've got this one is C. 3 is done. Then there's something that kind of looks like an N, which I think is this one. That's G. There's a swirl for H. 4 is I. You are quite distracting, and you know that you are. Then we have the music symbol, which is L. M is the minus. /N. 5 is O. There's like a plus symbol. This makes more sense now while we were finding. I'm glad that I was looking for more symbols before, because that's really helping me now. Then there's like a P. Isn't there? Where's the P? Probably in room bloody 508. Is there a P? What about the swirl? The swirl is T. Meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be Oh, shit. Hang on. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss
Meet me
our
tonight in my
plan.
room. Michael will be sleeping.
I wasn't paying
We need to
attention to it.
discuss our plan.
I was very caught up with the codes and I didn't actually read it, but we got there.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
It's me.
Hey, you got anything good for me?
I found another secret message. Or should we get him to look up a guest? What would we get them to look up? What would he look up for me? No.
I found another message written in secret code.
And?
It says, meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Who's Michael? A guest's husband?
I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing of a Michael in this story.
Yeah, the cast keeps getting bigger. I'll just check the logbook.
Rummaging noises.
There's a Michael staying in room 507.
Mrs. Beaumont's room?
He might be bad.
But she doesn't have a husband. She's here alone with... Oh, Michael must be her son. I got him some extra blankets the other day so he could build a fort.
That's really nice of you. So, Mrs. Beaumont is linked to the cruises, huh? I have a feeling we may be approaching the climax of this story.
Can you not use that
Guess
word,
I should
please?
go have a look at 507, but it's not on my list.
Oh.
There's a do not disturb sign on the door.
How about I call up there? You know, to make sure no one's home.
Good
Break
idea.
in.
Just a sec.
I'm breaking and entering into a room that doesn't want to be cleaned. Come on, little Seuss face. The Seuss maid.
Well, it looks like the room is ready for your snooping, my lady.
Thank you, good sir. I'll call you back.
Nobody notices that neither of us are doing our jobs at all today. I don't like it when he says it. I know. To be fair, this screwing was actually about a screwdriver. Now, can I get rid of this screwdriver? I feel uncomfortable having it on me. What if Bernard finds out I've got it? I'm walking around with it. Okay, so we're not supposed to go in 507. We're not supposed to be here. So I better not clean anything. Not that I've been doing any cleaning anyway. Oh. Do it quickly if you're going to do it. A bottle of cherry brandy. Sounds kind of gross, actually. I don't know about that. Cherry brandy. Bit of cherry brandy. All right, let's snoop.
He's all but outright threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible.
I just met with your damn lawyer. You've got some balls to accuse me of all that, as if you were so irreproachable yourself. You think I don't know where you spend your nights? But worst of all is you won't let me see my son. You won't even tell me where he is. If you think you have a chance to get custody, you really don't know me well. I won't let you take Michael away from me. Hello, Cackman. What's happening? So we're not going to clean anything. They specifically asked for nothing to be cleaned. There's some wedding rings.
Looks like someone grew tired of looking at your face, Mr.
Ooh.
Beaumont.
Mr. Beaumont's had his face cigaretted out, snuffed out. What's this? Oh, it's a little boat. Little toy boat. This would be so uncomfortable getting found doing this. The Metcalf, Montreal. I am so happy, Cackman. It has just been a week. I'm stoked. I'm going to really enjoy the shit out of this weekend. And I've already decided I'm going to have at least 2 beers tomorrow. I'm going to have a couple of lovely craft beers tomorrow. And I'm going to enjoy it.
Mr. Cruz, huh?
Ah. Mr. Hector Cruz, who is the husband of the woman in the room that we were just in, is the insurance agent.
Numbers, dates, times.
Numbers, dates, and times.
What does it all mean?
So they are linked. Okay. is all crossed out apart from a couple of lines. The winds in the leaves that day made a sound that sounded like, and then she's like taking the piss out of her own writing and crossing it all out as if she's trying to, no worries, trying to like come up with a poem or something. You had the best beer in a dream. Do you remember what it was? I'll order it tomorrow.
That look in your eyes. What does it mean?
You don't need to know
And
my
who's this
name,
from?
but you've seen me. I've recognized that. Look in your eyes. Oh, I've recognized that look in your eyes when you checked in. You and I don't need to make a fuss out of this. You keep your wits about you and I'll do the same. Okay.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Here's
didn't do
Sophie.
much, but I'm glad it meant something to you.
Thanks so much for taking care of our room every day and bringing us extra sheets. Michael and I wanted to give you a little something before we left. Oh my God, I'm snooping through their stuff right now. She's giving me like a little
Those
tip.
coins in my tip jar were getting pretty lonely.
I wonder if I was supposed to
Still
take those
appreciate the
though.
company.
They had a do not disturb sign. Oh, it's too late now. I've got the coin. That's probably going to get me in trouble picking that up, you know. Do you think that was to set me up for me to take that? To prove that I'm in here when I shouldn't be? I don't think I can drop inventory once I've got it, or can I? In the clues. Is it items as well? I think I'm just sort of stuck with them now. Okay. We'll see. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't call it ransacking. Thank you. It's not a ransack. It's just as I'm perusing. I'm perusing the wares. Hang on. What did that say?
You almost look like Marcella.
You almost look like Marcella. Marcella's the wife of the guy next door, Marcella Cruz. So she's got a picture of her in here. Wow. Some frosted pops. Free yo-yo inside. Hear them pop. I would have been really excited to get a yo-yo in my cereal box when I was a kid. And this has got a little contest with Michael's name on it. Can I take the photo out? No. No, you can only inspect it, which is what I've already done. I know. Shut up! Okay. Now what's in here? This looks like the little fort that was made with the extra bed sheets.
So you were eager to set up a meeting, but didn't want anyone noticing.
Okay. I hope you're well in spite of the circumstances. We've been on the train for 2 days now. It's a long ride, made even longer by the fact I cannot wait to see you again. We are scheduled to arrive in Montreal on the eve of Valentine's Day. I booked room 509. It's a marital suite. So I'm in 507, and 509 is the room that we were just in, where it looked like the couple was in it. When we arrived, so this is from what's his neck next door, right? When we arrive, please refrain from talking to me until we can figure out a safe way to see each other. Say hello to Michael for me. What is happening here? It's a bit hard to, because it's been over a week since we played the first session, so I might take longer to make some connections here. We're piecing it together.
Oh, Michael. Adults can be so
Oh,
confusing.
Dad. Mum asked me not to
Promise,
tell you the name
it's
of our
not you.
hotel. She allowed me to talk about our room, though. We have 2 little beds, a radio, and a television. The hotel is nice, but I miss home. I wish Mum and you could be happy and everything could go back to the way it was. So this is written to his actual dad, who was blanked out on the photo. Right. Oh. Michael's withdrawal from school. We've successfully processed your request to withdraw your son from his school schedule and system under the agreement that you'll continue education from home. Isn't it funny how they leave all of these all of these key parts of their life. They never have a safe place for all of this stuff. They just throw it everywhere. And they're very thin in this hotel as well. Very thin walls. Okay. So he's been pulled out of school for home education. Her son, Michael.
Sounds like this is from your school days, but
Right.
the sender is smudged.
So we don't know who sent it. It's from 1945. It's so hot right now in Texas. It's a shock after the cool weather of Montreal. Christmas was exhausting. How are things going with your family? I know you don't get along well, but I hope you're able to have a good time. I'll leave for Montreal on the 8th. I can't wait to be back. I miss finding black cat hairs all over my clothes. I miss our late night studying sessions at Harry's. I even miss Sister Miller's classes. So why has she kept such an old letter like that?
Aha. Keys are Snoop's
Oh,
best friend.
it's a fancy key. Oh, hang on, we need to pick it up. Okay.
Funny how some games really stand the test of time.
Oh, Snakes and
I used to play
Ladders.
this with Mom all the time.
Oh, I used to love Snakes and Ladders. I haven't thought about that game for such a long time.
Funny how some
Oh,
games really
didn't that piss
stand
you
the
off
test
though
of
when you had to go all the way down the snake?
I used to play this with Mom all the time. So a husband can abuse his wife and just get away with it?
Right.
And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong?
So she is saying that she was abused by him. And this guy's saying that's not grounds for divorce in Quebec. I understand you're hurt, but antagonizing your husband is not very wise. Don't forget to be in court at 11 a.m. on the 20th. Be on time. My fees for January need to be paid before the end of this month. Wowee. So she's had a horrible, miserable relationship and she's been struggling to get away from it. Adam or Eve, a confession of a shocking and forbidden love. Should Rose stay in a marriage that no longer makes her happy or seek refuge in the arms of the woman who truly understands her? Hello, McLovin. Is she having an affair with the woman? What's the woman's name? Next door. The wife who was in that photo. Were they good friends from forever ago? And something has been, you know, something's happened and they're trying, and that's why the wife has turned cold on the husband and why they're sleeping separately. And the bank account was drained, but maybe that's because she wanted to draw everything out and run away. Oh, Greta. Oh, that's a cat's collar. Oh, okay. I've got the key for this. How do you... Oh, I need another one.
I'll need another key to
There's
unlock
another one.
this.
Get him on Jerry
Have you
Springer.
seen one just like this somewhere?
If it's not a good day for requesting extra towels or room service or anything of the sort, to be honest. I'm too busy. I'm far too busy. We need to find another key. I've only got one set, like one half of the set. I used to watch Jerry Springer when I was, I used to come home from school and I would grab a snack and I'd watch Jerry Springer. My mum hated it. Oh, I don't know how you can watch that shit in her English accent. Oh, I don't know how you can watch that shit. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good shit, mum. It's a lipstick. Oh. Oh, oh.
A lovely shade of lipstick.
It's a little orangey. It's kind of like a coral color. Do you think that might be relevant somehow? What if we find lipstick smeared on something? Now, where would one find another key? What about in the bin? Can we go in the bin? Oh, it's a matchbox. It's an old school matchbox. Yeah, it is, but it's not like a harsh, it's not a harsh Hull accent though. It's a Yorkshire accent, but it's not like Hull. Which is funny, really. She has a very, you know, I must ask her that, actually. I must ask her why her accent's not very Hull. like. I don't know why that is. Now, what haven't I looked at to find another key? Standing too close to the drawer. Has she got any little secret compartments that I might not have noticed? She wouldn't put it in the fort where all her kids' stuff is. That wouldn't make sense. Where would she put it though? Maybe she didn't. Maybe she's too delicate for all of that, just like me. That must be where I get it from, Simi. Makes sense. Is that just that? Yeah, every room has a Bible. That's nothing unusual. You do think it's in the... I've looked in the fort, though. Do you think she might have hidden it in the fort? I did look, but I was looking at other things. Yeah. What if it's in the car boot? Oh, you can't open it. Oh, that'd be a great place to put it. Okay, it's not in the car. I don't know. I don't think so.
Did Marcella send this?
I didn't notice that earlier. I've already made the connection though. So we think this is also from Marcella. This is from Marcella. We've been on the train for 2 days now. It's a long ride. I can't wait to see you. I booked room 509. It's a marital suite, but don't talk to me. Ah, look in the trunk. He must have been drunk. You think it's behind the photo on the back of the frame? It does open. It opens, but that's not where it is. But that's the connection you're supposed to make with the letter, though. 1947. But we'd already kind of worked it out anyway. I know, it's a good fort, actually, isn't it? Okay, what about this one? You can't take that one off. It's just a blank one. Oh, okay. Well, what's in here then? Oh, well, that's what I'm looking for, but, you know, would she have put the key nearby? You can't go under the pillow. Can't do anything with this. It just says Greta on it. Ralph Wiggum appeared out of nowhere. How did that happen? Well,
some games really stand the test of time.
Okay, let's look at my progress.
All the time.
Not content to open with one key, this fussy chest requires 2, which is a little daunting. But Anne wouldn't have brought the chest without both keys. I have to have a look around. Should be easier now that I know what I'm looking for. If it was in the other room, I should have been able to find it, though. Would she have given the other woman the other key? Though? It's not suggesting that I go and look in the other room, which I feel like it would. God, I could not take this long in real life, as if she's not coming back by now. What about the boat? It's not in the boat. Well, let's go look. Let's go look. We'll go back and look in... Oh, that's why there's a yo-yo out here. We noticed the yo-yo ages ago. It was in the cereal box. So if we go back to the room next door then, in 509. It's lucky that everybody's out today. It's just maybe I did see the key earlier, but the game wouldn't let me pick it up because, you know, there was no context at the time. So this case is partially packed or unpacked. What's on the tabletop here? What about in the jewelry box? Oh, that's where we saw the bank account that's been drained. I don't have the combination for the safe. The safes are locked unless you know the code. Unless it was... I'm sure I tried it, though. No, I'm sure I didn't leave it in the front door. I'm sure I tried the safe. I can try it again, though. Now, what about this? What was in...
Locked. It looks like the code is made up of 4 letters.
Ah, we never unlocked this. Wait. Yeah, okay, so this has got a code on it.
It looks like the code is made up of 4 letters.
But it won't even let me have a go at it right now. It won't let me have a go at it. So obviously we haven't found what's needed to actually do the code cracking. But we need to remember that that's there, because that's not been done. I thought maybe the key could be in it. We can't open that vent.
That key looks so familiar. Why do
Oh.
I associate it with room 505?
Why do I associate it with room 505? 505? Why would 505 have it? Who's been staying in that room? Because I cleaned this room earlier. Why did I come in here? Oh, yeah. So 505 is the room where the dark room is. This is the person, whoever's staying in this room is tracking the couple. They've been tracking the couple. This just keeps getting deeper and deeper. And she's saying that the key reminds her of something she's seen in this room. So why would this person have the other key?
I don't think I'll need this again.
No, it's not that one. Is it something to do with this map? The lake. Why Harry's, lots of burger places closer to the hotel. So this person is watching that couple. This person might know about what's going on between the two women. I don't know what anybody's motivations are. Oh, it's in your jacket. Now you tell me. After all this fuss we've been through. Bin? Oh, I didn't mean to clean the bin. Oops. Oopsie. Where would one find a key? Was it in the safe? So that's the couple. So this is the couple.
Huh, there you are.
Being tracked.
With Marcella.
It's on her necklace.
Knows where she is.
She's wearing it around her neck.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew.
Sophie, crazy timing. I've got something for you.
Oh, what is it?
I heard a certain Mr. Cruz and a Mr. Morgan had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who told you that?
Jacques did. Apparently, it got so heated he had to get involved. And it sounds like I was on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Can you guess what it is?
Affair?
Affair?
Exactly.
How bad was the fight?
I think Jacques got in the middle of it before it got too intense. But he said Mr. Cruz looked like he was about to kill Mr. Morgan. So Mrs. Cruz must be having an affair with him, right? And her husband found out?
No.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
What about the second one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stalking pictures.
Stalking
so
pictures?
I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that open a chest with 2 locks? Okay, there's definitely something going on.
Do you think so, Andrew? Fucking hell, what would I do without you, mate? I think they're having an affair.
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
Really? Well,
It is the
it's the
50s.
1950s after all. I guess anything's possible.
Imagine saying that.
Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean,
Concrete.
I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but They could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's probably more likely.
I guess we'd
He's
know for
very
sure
quick
if
to
we
write
could
it
have a
off,
look
isn't
at that
he?
chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs.
I've already
Cruz must have
snooped, you
left with
see.
it this morning.
Probably.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, if you get me a candle and some plaster, I may be able to do something about that chest.
How?
What?
I'll tell you later, okay? Just find those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I can.
Oh,
All right. Thank you for not giving
I
up.
don't like that.
I would never give up on you.
It's like, just get some candle and just get some hot wax and something to put down on the floor and meet me in the basement. It's fine. Okay. All right. So I need to find some plaster and candles.
Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere.
I think you're in way over your head here, Soph. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's a bit Seuss. I think it's Seuss. Okay. Let's see if we can find some plaster laying around. We'll check the janitor's closet. You got anything like that? No. What was the other thing? Candles. So, which parts are under construction? I wonder if we need to go to the ground floor. Yeah, probably. If Bernard sees me just dicking around in the elevator again, though, I'm going to get fired and we'll never get to the bottom of
There
this.
has to be plaster somewhere on this
Oh,
floor. I should grab some before going down.
so it has to be on this floor. But I can't go... Oh, I can't go that way. So I was on the right track. As in finger plaster. What's a finger plaster? Do you mean a band-aid? I'm looking for wall plaster. There it is.
This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for
Right.
the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs?
Oh, who knows? Let's go snoop and find out. Let's go have a look. We'll go and have a little snoop. This is what we've been, you know, building up for. Hopefully Bernard's out at lunch. You'd just be like, why the fuck is this maid just going up and down the elevator all day? Right, so Rebecca's locker. You call them plasters up there. Oh, it's very cold up there, to be honest. It's bound to get to you eventually. Rebecca. Rebecca's locker. Band-Aid. Have you never heard that? Have you never heard them being called Band-Aids?
I guess I should check the locker room first.
Rebecca! Oh, while we're here. The VIP guest in room 602 is getting on my tits. He keeps ordering food that's not on the menu. We don't usually do special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we make all of his wishes come true. Do I look like a goddamn genie? That's not even the worst of it. Every night he barges in the kitchen as if he was at home, asking for meat for his precious little terriers. Well, everyone's very, sassy. Band-Aid is a brand. We just call it the brand. It's a balmy 9 degrees. I'm so sorry.
So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it?
Oh, kitchen out of power, can barely see a thing. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage? Where's your stash? Where's your stash, Rebecca? It's not in the locker. It's top secret, apparently. Why is it so, so secret?
I'm good.
Oh, now it's 10. Oof. Put some sunscreen on. I was just checking to see if she needed a nervous wee before we continue.
Tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie.
Okay.
Maybe Bobby took some candles.
Oh, you think Bobby might have them? Let's check Bobby's locker. Barbie. Where's Barbie's locker? Must be at the start when we walked in. Sunscreen not necessary for 10 degrees. That checks out. It's getting hot here now. You can still get sunburned. You can still get burned when it's cloudy, Simmy, when it's not 10 degrees. No candles.
No candles, but This looks like the laundry room.
Why are the candles being hoarded away so secretly like this? It's like a treasure map.
That must be the location of Rebecca's stash.
That's where her stash is. In the laundry. Okay. Let's go have a look in the laundry then. The laundry. That's where we came in on the elevator. That's the laundry room. Okay. And it's...
Oh, right.
Oh, for
They're still in the break room.
fuck's sakes. The keys are in the break... No, it just never ends, does it? You get it together, Sophie. Oh, we didn't prevent Wendy from getting fired. Was like, I can't bloody sort everyone's lives out for him. When was I supposed to do that? Right, now the candles. So Wendy's getting the arse now. Must be over here somewhere. According to the map. Unless I'm in totally the wrong spot. Wait, I'm looking for my fucking keys. This is the break room. God damn it, I'm not in the laundry now. Where did I put my keys then? Why would I have just randomly left them somewhere?
Have I checked the break room? I think I left my keys there during my break.
But where? Why would you do that? Why would you just leave them somewhere randomly? Tell you what, I would fire myself. I am just so inefficient. Oh! Wait. Oh no, that's a newspaper. You would pay to see Oz in a lady's maid outfit? Well, each to their own, Elf. Each to their own. There's my key. Found it.
Gotta hold
Found
it.
it.
Tight.
Master key. Do not lose. So what did I do? Just leave it out on the general table. Okay, I want to pick it up, please. Let me pick it up. Okay, I've got a lot of incriminating evidence on my person. A bag of plaster, an angel wing key, a screwdriver. What's going on here? Yeah, I know. Did see maid. Alright, now I can get into the laundry room with my master key. I should keep that master key all the time. I could just get in wherever I want to then. Now, around the corner... Washing machines aren't broken. Problem comes from the pipes. They're completely frozen. I warned Bernard about this issue last winter, but he only cares about renovating the parts of the hotel the guests can see. So... that drawing that I found... Oh, it's over here. It's one of these things.
Ooh, is this a movie script?
It's a movie script. Needs more murders. Add a killer tornado. Why cut the scene inside the nose? Best part of the script. See if James Stewart's available. Good notes. Movie script. 20 cents. Cigarette pack. Black pen. I don't know what that's for. Okay, can we go inside? Oh. What's in here? Candles.
Stash uncovered. Reb, you got a candle.
Lovely.
What next?
Now I had to take that down to see what's his neck in the basement.
Andrew is around.
I've got my candle, I've got my plaster. Oh, here he is, lurking
There you
around
are.
like a little creep.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, I remember reading a spy novel. I can't remember the title, it wasn't that good. In which they used wax and plaster to make a key mold. I'm thinking we could do the same.
Do you think that would actually
Are you
work?
Sure it's gonna work?
Wouldn't be strong enough, surely.
No. In the novel, they used a special kind of wax, not candle wax. But I think it's worth a shot.
But we're gonna do it anyway.
You're right.
So let's do this, shall we?
Let's waste some more time. It's nearly 3.
First step, pour the wax, I
I'm
suppose.
gonna do it myself.
Careful though, the pot's probably hot.
Oh, do you think so? So pour the wax. Wait. Into the ashtray. Can I move it? Okay. Pour it in.
That's it. Nicely done.
Lovely. Then-
Next step, better wait a few seconds before removing it.
Right. So let it sit there.
Looks good. Pretty sure you can take it out now.
Okay, so we have a
I
little
think we're
mold.
almost done. All that's left is to pour the plaster from the cup into
There
the
is
mold.
no way this would work. Imagine walking in on this. What are you two doing?
Good job. So now we wait until it's dry, I guess.
Let's
How
stand
long
and
do you
watch
think
it.
It's gonna take.
A few minutes, probably.
That'd be good
You can
content.
poke it every now and then to check.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
No. But I like it. I feel like I'm in one of those novels I spend my days reading.
Yeah, I know. There's something just weird about the whole thing, isn't it? Do you write as well?
Yeah, I always see you with a book in your hands. Do you write as well?
Oh, no. I'm terrible.
So you've tried.
I thought for a while it would be my true calling, but one of my roommates read my manuscript and
You don't
assured
like
me
it?
wasn't for me.
You don't like Stash. You dislike it as much as the other two words. You don't think I'd like it either, but you don't think you want to hear me say, oh no, it's another word. There's another word that you dislike, and now you're not going to tell us what it is. That's irritating, Wiley. It rhymes with stash. I know what it is. Pash. Isn't it? Isn't it? Tell me, I just know that it is. I'm not going to continue with this dialogue until you confirm. Cash. Oh, not pash. Oh. Rhymes with stash. Cash. Gash. Oh, gash. Oh, that's, yeah. It's kind of a gross word, isn't it? Yeah, how did you know straight away, Sibby?
What did you write?
Oh, a while back I went through a rough patch, so someone close to me suggested I write my autobiography. She thought it might help.
That sounds interesting.
It's really
So-
not.
Sounds interesting.
Trust me, my life doesn't deserve to be told in a book.
How long is key taking?
And what about you? Do you write?
Not really. I mean, I have this journal in which I write about my day and stuff, you know?
All the stuff
And
that I snooped
sometimes
on.
I scribble down some story ideas, but I've never had the time to properly develop them.
Hey, why don't you come over sometime? We could read each other's writing.
Oh,
What do you think?
No, thank you. No. That's too embarrassing.
Oh, no. That's way too embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
How's that key going?
Sorry.
Should we check it?
Look.
Hello,
I think our
OG.
key double is dry and ready to go.
Oh, my God, for that.
I can't believe it worked.
Saved by the key.
I could not have done this without you.
Well, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. I should get back upstairs, though. I've been gone far too long already.
This is all these, like,
I don't know how
hotel
to go to the
guests,
key.
like, waiting for someone to come
And
get
you
their
should
luggage.
Probably be careful when you turn it. Otherwise, it could break inside the lock.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome, Sophie.
As if it wouldn't break. And then I've ruined the box as well. I made a key double with my acolyte. Right, so now we have the two parts of the key, or the two separate keys. It's been a long journey. We'll go back into the elevator. It's a bit of a maze down here, actually. There is something about that word. It doesn't gross me out in the way that, you know, the other word does. But it's not enjoyable to say, is it? It's a really inelegant word. Doesn't feel good saying it. Somehow. Yeah, wait, she's fired. Okay. So we need to go to room 507. And we're gonna see what's in the secret box. Yeah, gash is worse than gush. I don't think I'd say that
Sophie.
today.
You don't want this key to break.
Okay. We'll be fine. Oh no, what if I break it? Can it be broken, do you think? Wait, can I just wait. Let me do the one that's not gonna break. Oh, look at that lock. and the wood moves with it. Oh, I love that.
Oh, shoot.
Fuck, I knew it was going to break. It was unavoidable. Oh, this feels wrong. Let's read it.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it. And since you enjoy them so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. This might be for... Oh, is this for the safe in this room? 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to our history. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. From the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2. So this is the code for the case in room 509. Okay. I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I'll bring you hot soup after class. So she's kept everything they've ever shared.
Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
So they went to the movies based on a novel. 25 cents to go to the movies. I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today. All I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. That's much more incriminating, that one. Much more incriminating. And there's the code. The code that they made all them years ago. Dear Anne, I've just heard Doris Day on the radio and it made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. You're always in my head. Everything reminds me of you. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but I cannot tell them about you. Even though I wish I could. I'm scared that all this time with you was nothing but a dream. I'm afraid that when I return to Montreal, I'll realize you never existed. Aww. So... Oh, hang on. We're still going. Oh, they make a very cute couple, I have to say. Dear Anne, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months already since I left Montreal? I've had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you. I hope you never forget how much I love you. We can't hide our heads in the sand any longer. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. I believe it's time for us to go our separate ways. I need to be an adult and think about the future. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, so that's all of the letter. Oh God, we probably should put the letters back. It definitely looks like it's been rifled through. Put letters back. But then let's look at this code here. So her alliterative name will surely take you back. Do you think that's to do with that letter where it was talking about Texas?
That riddle's a toughie. Maybe I need a fresh pair of eyes on it.
According to one of the letters in the chest, Anne bought Marcella something that needs a 4-letter key to open. We already know it's the case. I need to figure out true 5-letter words, both related to their past. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. Do you reckon it could be something to do with this? Like Doris? I've just heard Doris Day on the radio and it made me think of you. Counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Do you think it could be that? Her alliterative name. Could it be Doris? It's 5 letters. But then the other one was what? The other one was, unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Has she got something in here from a bar? There was something in the bathroom earlier, wasn't there? The Metcalf? The white cat. Unlike my favorite bar. Wait. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Their favorite bar is the white cat. So is it white? Just read that again. I think those are the two words. It's penis. I don't think it is. All right. So if it was white, so you have to take from the first one, take the first two. So that would be WH. And then if it was Doris, Whis. No, I don't think so. What does that mean? Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. What does that actually mean? If her favorite bar is the white cat, unlike that one, this one was black. Like, what? I do think the bottom one is Doris. That would make sense, right? So from the last one, take the last two. So you would want IS. Unlike my favorite bar, this one. Kitty. Kitty. And then it would be... No. I know, it's a bit sus. It's a bit Seuss spins. The first one's got me a little bit puzzled. This is fine. You children! Ugh. Should I just try it? Let's just see. Let's go look at it. Let's go look at the case. There could even be some evidence in the other room that we didn't really realize was anything because we didn't have the context. It's all about the context. What's this? Oh yeah, those are his business cards. So this is the case in question. Right, so we didn't have the option of looking at this before, but now we do. So if the last ones was IS... Surely it makes a word, right? Let's just... Oh, hang on, wait. There's only so many options anyway, look. It only goes... Right. Gliss. I think I've got the last part right. It won't be. It won't be. It won't. Be fine. You noticed? Did you notice? I wondered if anybody would notice. I think we might need to really figure it out. Oh. Okay. Do you think that makes sense? Like, seriously, do you think the second clue makes sense that it's Doris? I feel pretty confident with that one. And then it's like, but what's the first one mean? Unlike my favorite bar, which is the white cat, this one was black. This what? What was black? I don't think the clue is in here. Cat. It's a five. It has to be a 5-letter word that I then take the letters from. So it has to be a singular word. It's fine. I'll just take all day. Like, everyone's just out all day while I try and solve this puzzle. It's worked out quite nicely, really. No, I don't think so. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. I mean, maybe it's also in the letters. Maybe we need to look at the letters again. The White Cats, bar and restaurant. No, I haven't tried boobs. It's too many letters. So you basically think it's the word is black. So unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. And you just use black as the word. It's Greta. Oh, I've the cat. Her actual cat. And we found the collar ages ago and it said Greta on it. So unlike my favorite bar, the White Cat, this cat was black. My cat, Greta. Right, so that would mean it is Gris. Gris. So G-R-I-S. Which means grey in Spanish. It's hearts. Hey, Simi, you're not just a pretty face. Alright, let's try that. This. I actually did spell that out earlier, but I didn't try it. That's all geese. Oh wait, that's an A. It was an A. There we go. Now, guys, listen up, guys. We did it. They're weird letters. Hello, Silverleaf. How are you doing? We solved the riddle and we've opened the case. There's a typewriter in there. You're mildly disappointed? What do you mean? I was muted. How very dare me. Okay, now, what are we doing with this?
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't have
Oh, okay, there's letters on the back.
It's actually you, Marcella?
Marcella is the person that wrote that novel. Dear Marcella, you don't know me, but I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I urged the nurse to get me more of your books. The more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I'd always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other, but I'd never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. Oh, wow. Fan mail. You have a 2-part French exam to take tomorrow? Oh, that sounds scary. I've just started learning French, and to be honest, of the languages that I'm learning, French is difficult. The sounds are weird. Australians don't sound like that. I feel like I can translate to any other language, but French is proving to be very tricky. It's like everything's like so complicated. It almost brought tears to her eyes. Okay. Well, good luck for your exam, Silverleaf. I'm sure you're going to be fine. Dear Marcella, or should I say Bridget? You know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at a train station and read it from cover to cover. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theatre, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It's been almost 10 years since I received your last letter. The letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first, I couldn't believe you'd written those words. Then I waited in vain for your answer and had to accept your love for me had never been real. Next page. For many years, I was broken-hearted, angry and confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you're well, and I'm happy to see you accomplished your dream of becoming a writer. Très sincèrement. Hey, I'm sorry. Do you think that'll help you with your exam tomorrow, Silverleaf? It's hard when you start thinking in French. It is. Yes, it does. It does feel like your tongue gets in the way. No, how do you say it? I haven't learned that yet. No, it's très. It's très because it's like très bien, but très sincèrement. Is that right? Is that what it is?
Oh,
Okay.
Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but
Resorting to murder.
justice.
I didn't expect you. So this is from Anne to Marcella. I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I'm willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there's days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonitory. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you're able to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. Très sincèrement. Yeah? Yeah. Do you remember that secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed? It was called French. I didn't learn French. It was, every school is different, but my school was like Japanese was the language that you could learn. And I did do it for a while, but I wish I went more in depth with it because I'm now learning Japanese as an adult and it would have been much, much easier. I'm a lot stronger with Spanish. Spanish is my strongest one. And I'm really enjoying Italian because Italian feels very similar to Spanish in a lot of ways. So they're just working with each other really nicely. Japanese, I'm enjoying. And I've done a little German and a little French. And I'm trying to make my way forwards with all of them in preparation for a future European holiday. Yeah, I would say that we don't focus on it in the way that some other countries. In other countries, it's like everyone learns more than one language, but we don't really enforce it here. Oh, your school teaches Indonesian. I've never heard of that being on the main curriculum before.
A happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Dear Marcella, thanks for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. It's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to make the next one better. I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she'll cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together. I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or LA, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. Sounds a little biased, that story suggestion. Well, I would be, Simi, yes. When the European holiday happens, I would be visiting Hull because I've got family in Hull, and they'll probably be pissed off if I don't, quite frankly. I suppose I'll see you as well while I'm there, you know, if you're knocking around. You had the option of learning French or German. France and Germany are right there. See, we're quite ignorant in that way down in Australia. We tend to just assume that the whole world speaks English, and I don't think there's enough emphasis on learning other languages, in my opinion. Julia, you sound very nice when speaking French, though. You sound like you know what you're doing with French. It sounds just like perfect. Well, it does to me. What's merce? Oh, murder. The South Australian accent. No, Julia's got a lovely sound. Lovely sound. I'm not gonna arrive and all speaking French. That's not the game plan, McLovin. Firmer. I know you say invisibility protects us. Don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you're Bridget Boswell, to recognize you on the street, to recognize you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating
Oh,
your
she's
wedding
getting it now.
anniversary. But all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Dear Marcella, I left the house, I left Louis, I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet... Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Can you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. I wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont. Or Beaumont. You have to not say anything. Welcome to the stream. Coming up tonight, we're doing some marbles in it. Maybe again one day. Thanks, Silverleaf, for the biddies. Quite alarming, to be fair, at the time. You're fluent with French English and Spanish English.
There's a lot of stuff in here.
That's a lot of
I don't think
things.
I've looked at everything yet.
Dear Marcella, or should I say Bridget? I prefer a good old crime story. The last week I came upon a Rome... No, we've already read that. So where's the next one? Just what you needed. Are you off now, Silverleaf? Is that what you're saying? How do I look at the other levels? She's saying letters. She's saying I haven't looked at everything yet.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Dear Marcella, thanks for answering my letter. I realise now how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I haven't heard from him and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. Okay. Why am I even telling you all of this after reading your books and getting to know you through them? I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener and I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. So this is the person that wrote the fan mail from the hospital earlier. Anyway, please tell me more about your life and don't hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already. So Paul got a hold of Marcella's address and shouldn't have, really. Oh, it was your day off, but you need to wake up in 8 hours. That's a nice amount of time at least. You're giving yourself a decent amount of time. Wow, Wiley. This is fine. Okay.
Advance on my salary.
Oh.
So Marcella hired you. But what for?
This is Paul again. Dear Marcella, I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words can't even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my first letter. He'll never know my feelings for him, and I'll never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun and the birds. He loved birds so much, he could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you. Salary? So she must have hired him for something. Interesting. There's a fair bit in there.
It's all a story about star-crossed lovers, with the lovers in question being Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz.
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Actually,
I reckon that's Paul in 505.
Really? How?
well, some mail just arrived here for Mrs. Beaumont.
Oh, we're going to snoop it. Should we look at it? Should we open it? Yeah.
You've opened it, right?
What?
He's already done it.
Of course not. I mean,
Oh, he hasn't done it.
Aren't you intrigued?
Of course. But I can't
Oh,
just...
come on, Andrew.
Oh, all right. I'll open it.
I'm a bad influence on you.
Well, you've been doing all the snooping so far. It's about time I take a little...
Yeah, he's going to put something on the line here.
So, what's in it?
It's,
It does sound like
a
Jiminy.
pamphlet for California and, 3 train tickets. What do you think this means?
I'd say Anne and Marcella are probably planning to run away from their husbands. Those train tickets must be for them and Michael.
So you're on a first-name basis now, huh?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence,
I sound like a
I kinda feel
stalker.
like I know them, you know?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of hairspray on.
Characters in a book. I have to say, though, I'm still a bit confused as to how Paul fits into
Paul could be the 505 guy. So he was a fan. He started out as a fan of Marcella after reading her books in the hospital, and then accidentally, or got her address through her editor, which he wasn't really supposed to, started sending letters, and then she hired him.
I think Marcella hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise, and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What would she hire him for, though?
I'm
Murder.
not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you?
We'll probably never know. I think the trail ends here.
Does it though?
I guess investigations in real life always have some loose ends. I was kind of hoping we'd have this big third act reveal, to be honest.
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
That's for sure.
Do you reckon they're taking pictures of me because they think I'll ruin it all?
Understand you better, too.
Oh?
Why you snoop? I mean, piecing together people's stories, learning what makes them tick. It makes you realize we may have more in common than it seems.
Well, everyone has a story. Let's not get romantic, Andrew.
You're right. It's a good reminder that there are always reasons for the way people are, even if we can't pick up on them right away.
Yeah, we're all made up of what came before. I'm glad.
This
you
isn't going to be a
understand where
love
I'm coming
story.
from. Would you come and see me when your shift ends? We could leave together if you'd like.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Can you not use
Guess
terms like
wouldn't
that
be
with
so
him?
bad. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort?
No.
We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
Oh, I wouldn't be sleeping. I've got a reading list
Of
the
course
size
you
of the
wouldn't.
Eiffel Tower. This would be the perfect chance to put a dent in it.
That does sound like fun. I could bring my magazines and, ooh, maybe light some of Rebecca's candles.
Why is she making it all romantic? Stop it.
Do get stuck here.
Ugh. No. She's like, oh no, we don't need to make a fort.
Finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
There's plenty of beds and I've got candles. Stop it right now. Finish my tasks for the day. What are my tasks for the day? We've done no work.
Ringing. Sounds like the elevator doors are jammed.
Okay. Now. Let's just go out and see what's going on. We'll go out and see what's going on. Why do you relate to Andrew McLovin? Explain. That sounds really creepy. I don't really like... There's blood on the floor. Who's stuck in the elevator? I knew it was going to be bad. Oh. It's Moira! Very incriminating scene. Kind of looks like I did it, standing here like this.
Mr. Cruz?
Marcella's husband. I think he's dead, love.
Mr. Cruz.
It didn't end well for poor Mr. Cruz, did it?
Oh God, what happened?
Now we're segue into crime scene cleaner. That's what this is all about. It's just a segue into that. A woman saying there's lots of beds here that we could use, and you saying, yeah, I reckon we could make a great pillow fort. Yeah, so smooth.
Is this about Paul?
Oh, okay.
Does that mean...
Dear Mr. Cruz, thank you for reporting that guest's unacceptable behaviour. We'll look into it as soon as possible. I regret to inform you we cannot divulge a guest's personal information, regardless of their behaviour. We're very concerned with our guest's privacy, and our staff prides itself on discretion. So I do think that Paul is the one in 505, and Paul is the one that's been, you know, tracking them and had that web of stuff on the wall, all that kind of stuff. Now, what's this?
Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
Why did he have it on him? Beneficiary, Marcella. $10,000. Oof, that would go far now, would it? $10,000 he was worth back in the 50s. I wonder what the equivalent is now. What do you reckon $10,000 would be worth now? That's very incriminating. So she gets all of that on his death. Why is he holding it, though?
Please let there be someone around who can help.
Let's go. This was... Oh, shit. This was blocked before. We couldn't go down here before. Oh, you reckon he's the one that's been snooping around, making fake keys and cracking codes? Ice did it. There's the camera. There's the camera that's been used to snoop on me. I feel like this is reminding people of a lot of things all at the same time. Pearls. Cigarette case.
A.B.
Anne's.
and Beaumont.
Anne's cigarette case in this room. Okay. Sibby? You're worse than Jimmy.
Should
It's
I
very tense.
hold on to this, maybe?
I have an ice pick. Maybe I need an ice pick for all these F-boys scaring me. I've got an ice pick now. Ooh, look at this. There's that long lens camera. Alright.
I have to get the power back on.
The power, we can turn that back on. There's a fuse box in the maintenance room. It's equivalent to 130,000 today. So in terms of life insurance policies, it's not really like a great deal, is it? You'd think that an insurance agent such as Mr. Cruz would have a higher life insurance policy. I know, thanks to Google. That one. That tidbit.
It's too big.
Oh, I need an ice pick.
Guess I'll need something pointier.
I need a pointy pick. Look at this. This is a good one for ChatGPT.
That worked.
There we
thank
go.
God. Now, to get the power back.
Well, it's got a bit testicle all of a sudden, didn't it? Remove the blown fuses.
Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now.
There's a power outage and I'm busy preventing
know,
another
what
part
do
of the
I
hotel
do?
from collapsing. Here's what to do. Check the fuse box plan for the required amperage of each socket. Remove all blown fuses from the sockets. They're usually blackened. Screw in new fuses, but make sure the amperage is correct. Flick the big lever. Okay. Was that blackened?
How does Eugene do this again?
Um,
Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
So that's 15, 25, 30, 20. So this one's a 20. How can I see?
How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably
Yes,
need new
stop saying
fuses.
fuses. I'm reading the bloody instructions. So fuses. So many fuses. Where do I get spare ones from? Where do you get them
Getting the fuse
from?
box open was half the battle. Now I need to take a look inside and fix what needs
It's the
fixing.
fuses. That's fine. I understand that. But where do I get new ones from? Or can I just move them around? Just move them around. No. I can't.
How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
Fuses. Wait.
No power.
But where do I get new ones
I
from?
think I need to change all of the blown fuses.
Oh, okay. There was another blown one, was there?
How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
So A is a 15.
How does Eugene do this again?
But where are the fuses? God damn it.
I probably need new fuses.
That's a 25 is a P. That one's a 30. So G goes in
How does
here.
Eugene do this again?
Oh, for fuck's sakes. But where are they?
Fuses.
But where do I get them
I
from?
probably
Do
need new fuses.
you think I need new fuses, Simi? I think maybe I do. I know where they need to go. That's fine. I can work that out.
I don't think there's
Oh, wait,
anything
hang on.
that would help me.
Oh, there's here. There's some here. Right. There's a couple there on the table. But there's only two, though. I've only got two of them. Fuses. Oh, anyway, let's just see what I've got. So I've got some. So this one needs to be A. Oh, screw it in as well. And then this one is a Julie. Right. So could we make do with only two with no cooldown?
No power.
Oh, I still
I think I
need.
to change all of the blown. How does Eugene do this again?
Oh, for fun, I need an S.
Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
I need an S fuse. But why is he so disorganized? Why doesn't he have a fuse shelf? Oh, it's there. There it is. Oh, wait, no, I don't want that one. I want an S. Why did it turn into a different type while I was holding it? I've got two magically in my hands now. Alright. It's a very disorganized janitor room, to be fair. Right, the power's back on. You're welcome, everyone. Amateur electrician. Okay, that's done.
Power's back.
They
Now,
need to
I
go
should
to
back
the lobby.
Call the police.
Just step over him, it's
Is there
fine.
anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
Oh, the fuses! But the fuses! So once I leave, I can't come back. Is that okay? I think so. I think we've spent long enough with the fuses. Is it?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is not in the job description, to be fair, at this point. What do you mean I can't leave? I'm already leaving. I'm already running, Simi. I'm already leaving. But the fuses! I might need them for a future fuse emergency. I have to call the police. Let's go see what Beth's up to. Bit of banter. Bit of banter with Beth in it. Beth's not there. So the moral of the story is invest.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead
He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby. But the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh,
They had no tracking back then.
1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you.
That was Andrew pretending to be the police. I didn't think I was going to be able to get through that phone call. I thought the phone would cut off or someone would try and stop me. Where is everyone, by the way?
Hey, you're here. I've tried restoring the power, but I think Eugene's the only one with the key to the fuse box, and Sophie? Don't worry. I'll find a way to bring the lights back on.
I already did that.
Hey, you look a bit pale. Is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector,
He's back? How's he taking that whole thing with his wife?
you don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Andrew.
Jesus. Maybe you need to sit down, huh?
Really tense. Nah, I know.
Call the police?
Yeah,
I did.
they're on their way.
What happened? Was he sick or
No,
something?
he wasn't sick.
No, I don't think so.
He's got my head stuck in the lift disease.
Did this to him.
You mean... Jesus. Do you think it could be Paul?
Well, I mean, I think it's Zeus. I think you're supposed to think it's Paul. Because Paul is like this unknown that's come into it. But, you know, are we supposed to think that Marcella hired Paul to murder her husband so she gets the life insurance? But, like, why did he have his life insurance on him, you know, in his back pocket like that? You know, has it been set up to look like Marcella was ultimately behind it when she wasn't? Like, who walks around, like, I don't think he truly had his life insurance policy in his back pocket like that. I think maybe it was placed there. So, no?
What about Anne and Marcella? Their affair is a pretty good motive.
The police will want to ask you a lot of questions. You may want to be careful about what you tell them. With
Wendy.
Paul's history of mental illness, there's a good chance they'll suspect him even if he didn't do it.
Yeah, he does have a history.
I think I know what you mean. Some people seem to assume that spending time in a psychiatric hospital means
Especially in the 50s, I
a
imagine.
murderous psychopath.
Yeah, they really do.
But wait, how do you know about Paul's mental illness? I don't remember mentioning it to you.
Oh, look, I
Is he Paul?
really should have told you before. It's just, when I was 19, I studied to be a priest. But I felt so lost. I couldn't enjoy the things I used to like. I could barely get myself out of bed. So I ended up going to a psychiatric hospital.
He's Paul!
The same one as Paul, I suppose.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, the same one.
The doctors, they helped me get back on my feet. But when I returned to my hometown, it was like I had become a complete stranger. My mother kept telling me I was making it worse in my head, but I swear, people were changing sidewalks when they saw me, looking at me as if I was this dangerous creature all of a sudden. That's why I didn't tell you. I was afraid you'd look at me like they did. I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. I understand.
You do?
So he knows Paul because he was in the same hospital as Paul. Do we know that her mum has a mental illness? Or is it just telling us that now?
You know how I tell everyone that my mom's sick, bedridden? Well, it's true, but I always leave out the part about her illness not being physical. I'm ashamed of the truth. So even though I don't know exactly what you went through, I can understand.
Thank you for telling me. I know it's not an easy thing to talk about, but if you ever want to talk about your mom, I'm here. They're here.
Oh, okay.
Promise me you'll be careful with the information you share.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Oh god, I'm nervous now. And that's how the game starts, with me sitting down in an interviewing room.
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't
God,
either.
okay.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Right. So we can lie. We can say a malfunction, when in reality it's because his body was blocking the doors. And I don't really think we should lie about this. There's not really any benefit to it. And he won't probably believe that I would think that anyway.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close.
Oh yeah, I
to the
moved it.
doors.
Well, no, I had to move it to go down the elevator.
The stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move.
We had
the
to do
body.
it to go downstairs.
Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly.
I don't think I did it.
I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
No, I used the ice pick. And he's going to ask me why I had an ice pick. And I had an ice pick because I found it in the room. I found it in the room where the blood was coming from, didn't I? So if I say... I didn't do anything! If I say that it was the ice pick, they might think that... If I say it wasn't locked, can I come unstuck? Why would he assume it's locked? I use it to choose which ice to put in my drink. What of it, officer? What of it? Oh no, hello Driscoll. Oh no, I've just had it. Well, it was decaf as well, so it wouldn't have been much good to you. Oh, I'm sorry you've got no coffee. If I say it wasn't locked, I mean, if I say that I used the ice pick, which I did, it's going to put me at the place where the body was, like, pulled from. Someone might have told them it was locked, but who could he have spoken to? Eugene? Eugene was nowhere to be found all day. He wasn't there. Maybe we'll say we use the ice pick. We'll try and stay as close to the truth as possible.
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does.
but I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice
Yeah,
machine.
I'll just wait there like,
You're a size 7, I suppose.
I see.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
I don't know. Did I touch anything? When I went to the ice machine, did I touch anything? I don't know. Did I? Yes, I did. Because yeah, of course I did. I touched Mrs. Beaumont's thing. No, the fuses. It was a little makeup case thing I touched. And a camera. I touched everything. My fingerprints are everywhere. Have I been framed? Has this all been to frame me? Because I did touch some stuff. Now, if I walked through the blood, he asked me if I was size 7. So he's going to know what, like, footprints were mine. I did touch some things. I think I could end up going down for this, even though I didn't do it. If I say I didn't touch anything, I'll just say maybe.
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Just a little.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me. Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby.
And case
That's where I
closed.
called the police.
And now we're here.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I've been snooping around. I mean, look, it looked a bit murdery. It did look a bit murdery. It didn't really look like he had just sort of tripped and fallen with his life insurance policy in the door. Like, it's an assumption that is fair. If you walked up to that scene, you're not just like, oh, yeah. Because, you know, like his blood drags all the way up the hallway. And he's, you know, it just looks like murder. It looks like murder. And if I say I've been snooping around, it was just an assumption.
I just assumed. What with all the blood?
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an assumption, isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you...
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings. We've found pictures of you snooping around.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get rid of them. I forgot to go back. I didn't know what to do with those.
Unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
We talked about that, didn't we? Whether I was going to throw them away.
Your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, fuck. Well, I can't get out of this now, can I? What if I... So there's no evidence. There's no evidence of me going through Mr. Spade's things. Mr. Spade has taken pictures of me going through stuff, but not his own. So I don't know.
I don't really know anything about him. He seems nice, though.
Nice. I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh?
We found out that Mr. Spade is fresh out of a madhouse. When we called the place, they painted quite
A
the
madhouse?
picture. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us,
Oh my God.
but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive.
Oh god, imagine being in the 50s. Did I ever? No, I didn't ever see him being violent or aggressive. Anyway, did I ever see him be violent or aggressive? No.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet, Miss Roy. The victim's wife, Marcella Cruz. Apparently she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
Okay, I think maybe Marcella actually did the murder. Like, someone murdered him. Yeah, I'm obsessed with snooping. Marcella could have done it, or Mrs. What's her neck? Her lover might have done it, I suppose. And maybe they wanted to frame Paul. Maybe that was Paul's role in this for them, to be framed for this murder so they could get away with it.
She's having an affair, but it's not what you think. She's been in love with another woman since college. They've been apart for more than 10 years, and now
Yes, I know all about Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont's sexual deviance.
Oh, you're a fucking delight,
Have you ever
mate.
witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
I don't like this
What do you
detective.
mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, you know, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
No, they didn't.
No, I didn't hear
No, they
any of
actually
that.
didn't.
I'm sorry,
I know.
Miss Roy, but I
He's a
just
proper
don't
asshole.
believe you. I think you know more than you've let on.
They never said anything bad about Mr.
Can I
Cruz.
please leave?
They said bad things about Anne's husband.
You can. But you'd better stay in town. I'm sure I'll have more questions for you very soon.
He was sort of discussed in a fairly positive way in the letters that I read. Whereas Anne's husband was a violent... Unless Anne's husband did it? For some weird reason. Because he is violent.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone.
Oh, God.
That can't be a good sign.
I'm probably getting the arse
The
now.
atmosphere is so different in here. Well, it'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
Should I clean that so that no one slips on it, including myself?
Eugene, the lobby will be a swimming
I'm not allowed to
pool.
clean it because I'm wearing my nice dress.
Will the rest of the building even be standing?
But isn't that where Bernard's office is?
I'll need a mop to clean the
Oh,
puddle.
I've got to get the mop, do I?
I'm sure there's one.
I don't. Oh, yeah, of course. I'm not just using my little. I don't have my little cloth on me because I just got here. Usually, I just use my cloth. Right. As we're here, let's just make sure that this place doesn't turn into like a, you know, a work cover incident. I don't. No, I can't. Completely blocked. Oh, there's a puddle on the floor. Well, I guess I'm going home. It's not even that much of a puddle. I've stepped through worse. To be perfect, I've stepped over a dead body to get to the ground floor.
I'll go empty my locker.
Andrew,
Hey,
He's been given the
are you
ass.
okay?
I've just been fired.
What? No,
It's okay. I just need some time to process it. I'll be on the mezzanine if you want to join me afterwards.
After I've been
Yeah.
fired as well.
yeah, okay.
Hello, Wayne. I'm good. How are you? Welcome in. I think I might be getting the ass with all those pictures that were taken of my cleaning.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in.
Why is he inhaling like that?
I suppose you know why you're here?
I'm getting a promotion. Is it about the murder?
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, you'd be right about that. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that.
How could I possibly
All thanks to some
understand?
sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act.
Oh, what the fuck?
Things need
The
to
men are the
change.
worst in this game.
This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied
Have I?
guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. I had planned to give this month's Employee of the Month title to Wendy.
How am I getting
Since
Employee
she's
of
no
the
longer
Month?
with us, I'm thinking of giving it to you instead.
Really?
You should know it comes with the responsibility of
I
being
cleaned
a
nothing.
glowing example for other staff members to follow. Is this something you believe you can do?
So, if it comes with a reward, yes. So, what he's saying to me, he wants me to uphold these new things that he's talking about. So, for someone in her, it's a funny one, isn't it? Obviously, he's a prick, and this whole road he's going down is awful. But if you're her, right? If you're like 21 and this is like a job that you desperately need because your mum's sick, she's not turning it down, is she? Like Employee of the Month and keeping her job. You know? Like, she's not going to take a moral stand about, oh, actually, I think you're an asshole and I don't agree with what you stand for, so bye.
Would it come with a reward?
I see you're a pragmatist. Yes, it would.
Okay. Then I'll do it.
Good.
She doesn't even know what the
I
reward
expect you to
is.
be here on Monday, first thing in the morning. There's a lot of work to be done before the reopening. That'll be all.
I thought I was going to get fired. Instead, I got Employee of the Month. Could be $1, it could be a cent. Hey, Andrew got the arse though, didn't he? Should I tell him about my new promotion? To cheer him up?
Hey,
What a week.
you don't say. So what did Bernard want with you?
He offered me the Employee of the Month title.
That's great. Congratulations. It's too bad I won't be there when you get your reward, though.
Pat on
I'm
the
so
butt.
Sorry.
Could
It's not
be.
your fault.
I know, but it's so unfair that I get rewarded while you lose your job.
Don't feel bad about it. You need it more than I do.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Well, I told him about my time at the psychiatric hospital.
Really?
Why did you tell him?
Yeah. He said that didn't fit with the hotel's standards and showed me the door.
What's next for you?
So, what's next for you?
I think I'd like to be my own boss. No more Bernard looking over my shoulder. I've had this dream for a while of maybe opening a bookstore.
I can't say I'm surprised.
It just makes so much sense. I'd be able to combine the two things I love most, reading books and helping people. Granted, helping people find books is a far cry from helping them find God, but...
My mom likes to say, there's no job too small. Plus, just by the way you're talking about it, it's obvious it'd make you happy. And that's what really matters, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
We were all really sus on Andrew
I'm
for
really
ages.
glad I have you as a friend.
Me too.
Is he just too nice? I like that you make me feel seen. What do you think will happen to our guests? What, just in general? Who gives a shit?
I've been thinking. I know so much about our guests. Paul, Anne, and Marcella especially. I know all of their secrets. And yet, If I were to walk by them in the street, they wouldn't even recognize me.
Because I was snooping.
Isn't it weird?
It is. But what's your point?
I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's good to feel seen sometimes. And if I were to walk by you in the street, I'd like to think you'd recognize me.
Are you kidding me? Of course I would. I'd recognize you anywhere.
Hello, Bob. Oh, I've just been nailing it. Making beds, snooping under the sheets. I'm all over it. Got employee of the month. Didn't get arrested. Yet. Oh. 3 conspirators charged in Clarington Hotel murder case. Oh. Marcella went to prison. That's Lindsay Franklin, who had died. We heard about that in the letter. Paul's. Oh, hello, Pokemaster. Can I pause? I'll pause it. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope stream was good. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bob, for popping in as well. Doing some quick Genshin. Thank you. I'm on a little bit. I'm on a little bit later than usual. Because I'm right at the end of this game. Like, I'm right in the final cutscene, so I want to finish it all in one session. Thank you so much for the raid, Pokemaster. I hope you had a lovely stream. It's lovely to see your face. I've just hit pause real quick. We're just on at the final wrap up of this story, and we're finding out what's happened to all of the characters of the game so far. So it looks like Marcella has gone to prison over the murder of her husband. The gravesite was Lindsay's grave, who was the person Paul was going to say he was in love with. He sent them a letter, but he died too soon for him to read it. Thank you, Simi, for doing the shout out for Pokemaster. Please go follow Pokemaster. Link in the chat. Some COD grinding and Zenless Zone Zero. Bit of COD grinding. Everyone loves grinding on the COD, don't they? All right, let's find out what happened to everyone else. So there's Marcella and Anne. Oh, that's the Anne's son, Michael, who the violent father now has custody of. It's the grand reopening of the Clarington, VIP only. Oh, that's my fucking reward? A bloody vacuum? That's what I got with a bow on it. Oh, Andrew's met someone at the bookshop. Can't believe I got a vacuum. It's not a reward. So the ending was all's well that ends well? With a question mark. All's well that ends well? With a question mark. In the 50s? I was like, so I got employee of the month and I was like, yeah, I can help with the reopening if I get a reward. He's like, of course you'll get a reward. And then the next thing I see is me getting a bloody Dyson with a bow on it. Unbelievable. So this has multiple endings. This is the kind of game where every single choice and bit of dialogue that you choose affects the outcome. I don't know how many endings it has, but that was the all's well that ends well ending. Now, that's the ending we got by basically... What happened to Paul? I guess nothing happened to Paul. Paul just went on with his life, right? Because we were trying to avoid Paul being going down for that murder. Because I was starting to wonder if, because the two women wanted to run away together, and they did run away together very quickly the next morning, I wondered if one of them did it and they used Paul as the scapegoat so that he would go down for it, knowing that he had that psychiatric history, which was unrelated. But in the 50s, if you had spent time in a mental hospital, they knew that the police would just point it on him. So did they actually do that so that they could run away together? Yeah. I know. It doesn't leave you, like, that particular ending doesn't really make you feel like you've gotten into the guts of it. I wonder if anything comes after the credits. It was very good though, by the way. That's an indie game. It's called This Bed We Made, and it was very good. I enjoyed it. Quite polished as well, I must say. Let's see if there's anything post-credits. Lowbirth Games. So it was a 2023 Lowbirth Games game. It's 40% off on Steam at the moment, if you feel like buying it after you've seen one of the endings. So, what happens now? Anything? No, it just takes you back to the menu. Like, Beth just sort of slinked off into nothingness as well, didn't she? I wonder how many endings there are. That's interesting. I might just quickly look and see how many endings there are. I'm interested to know. Let's just see. Because, like, if there's quite a lot of them, it could be quite difficult to know what way to turn to get all of those endings. So how many endings are there in This Bed We Made? There's currently 28 known ending montage variations. Like, I feel like I don't even want to, like, look at anything else. What if I wanted to play it again without ruining it? So there you go. There's 28 known ending montage variations. That is insane. I'm not going to read anything else. I don't want to spoil it for me or for anyone who might want to, I don't know, play it. But that is actually insane. That is crazy that all these little things that you might have done differently could change it. I think, like, there could be a time where I might do another replay, maybe do a video of it and put it on the tube if I go for some different endings. I don't know. Anyway, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed This Bed We Made. We finished a gam. Now we can get back to the vacuuming. But yeah, I might even do that, Simmy. I might play it again and try and get a different ending. I'll record it if I do, I think. Very nice, very nice. Okay, we can dust that one off. I wanted to try that one for a while, so I'm glad we got to play it. I probably won't have any more live streams this week. I probably won't be back till next week. Unless I do a, if I do any random little streams, I might start doing some of the vertical YouTube streams again here and there, just like the little short vertical YouTubes here and there. And if I do, I will ping Discord for anyone that would be interested in joining. I've just put the Discord link in the chat for anyone who'd like to join, and the link to all my socials as well. So keep your eye out. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. Keep your eye out for new videos. I'm making content just for that is not on live stream as well. So plenty of videos to watch. It's been lovely to hang out with you all. Thank you for being here. We'll say goodbye over on the tube. Thanks for joining everyone on YouTube. Hopefully I catch you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. And it's good night for now. And over on the Twitch, thank you to Pokemaster Link for the raid.